Alright, hit me with a 1 if the stream is back online. Don't know what happened there. I guess the internet is sucking more than usual. Which is great because it was doing that last week and we ended up not streaming at all last week. Alright, Twitch side says they are good. YouTube side, let me hear from you. Apparently a YouTube side crashed. I'm gonna try to get it back online real fast. If I remember correctly, the mythic banner is the 30th. And, oh, right, Grimio, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it, dude. There's not actually a day, mind. The YouTube side decided it wanted to destroy itself, and now I have to figure out why exactly it changed to a different title. Basically, it went offline and then YouTube broke itself. You know, my usual fare of things. Alright, so, restream. Okay, YouTube's back. We're good now. So, let's see, what was the thing again? Alright. Binding Blade. Let's see, who are we putting in this time? How about... Okay, I have no idea actually. Also Awakening, so that means I can put in you and... where are you? You. Perfect. Great. Love it. I really hate living here. I just hate being how I am right now. Okay. I need a dancer. How about Olivia? hold on. Alright, so I still don't know what I want to do. Donald. I guess I'll keep my own lights on, but I don't particularly know which one I want to put on or not. Alright, I guess I'm ready. Hold on. So all I need now is... whatever, we'll just try it. We have like 10 fucking attempts. What's the map look like? Let's see. If I can find a Dancer's Veil somewhere, that'd be great. It's all the way up here. And you get 3 turns to go up this way before something happens. Ooh, you know who I hope for the next Mythic banner is? Unfortunately, I think it's going to be Freya, but it'd be nice if it were Hale. But I doubt it'll be Hale. I don't know. If we get Freya now, that'd be pretty great though. Wow, okay, why does he do so much damage?
Minerva?
I should probably have put Heavy Blade on. See, that's what I get for not paying attention.
Shall we?
Okay.
Also, I have no idea why I died to this. Alright, well, we'll just do that then.
Quite so.
Also, why is this so tank? 37. Why does she have 37 defense? What the hell? Fuck off.
Minerva?
Well, I probably shouldn't move up anyway, because I'm just gonna get hit by that.
Quite so.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. What's very strange is that we didn't get Hell like right after book 3 ended. So it'd be kind of funny to get her right now. Let me actually put Heavy Blade on, I guess. Let's see. I guess I can use, Starting bow. Haha, Nightbot. Freya's model is pretty nice, actually. Imagine using Facebook.
Shall
Gustav and Zora. I'm surprised we haven't gotten Gustav at all, but I suppose it makes sense. He was kind of not that important to the story or anything. He was just kind of there to fill in the dead dad trope for Fire Emblem, which is pretty sad. Not gonna lie. Guess it can't be Fire Emblem without your dead dad.
Alright. Minerva.
Actually, not killing Nino is kind of optimal.
Got it.
Now I can do this. Wow, did I not get Heavy Blade off of that? 74? What the fuck is this Nino, dude?
Of course.
Minerva.
Oh, I should put on,
Shall we?
never mind.
Okay.
$37, $47.
Of course.
Wow, okay. Yeah, this smells kind of awful,
Quite
dude.
so.
Let's see. 41. 45.
Okay.
Minerva.
Alright, that's probably not working either. Wow, in one hit too. Yo, how the fuck she double? Because of fucking speed smoke. Alright. Mode itself isn't awful, but I don't know. I need something a little cooler. Don't I have an FE6 dancer? The Flying Nino's actually awful. Like, what the hell is that thing? Okay, I can use Wendy. We'll use Wendy instead of Donald. Okay, so, let me see. I still don't have Lalum, and I'm still sad about that. Because I waited so long for her to show up in this game, and then they made her a 5-star exclusive, and that just made me very sad. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna let Wendy roll up the ones, go up this way.
Okay. Quite so. Yes? Alright. Shall we?
Of course.
My turn? Quite so.
Let's see. 66? Yo, this game's fucking cheating.
Sure. Certainly. My turn? Quite so.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I bet this game's mode sucks for
Shall
people
we?
who are just starting and don't have everybody
Minerva.
I don't have enough units.
Yes? Quite so.
Can I
Certainly.
hit this? I can, but I don't think I should. Why am I playing so badly? This is...
Shall we? My turn?
God. I don't even kill this.
Certainly. Minerva?
Yeah, I don't... You can't even try to heavy your way through half of this shit.
Quite
Even my
so.
Shirsei is like not cutting it right now. Okay. So I'm gonna have to actually do an actual attack dump this time. I'll keep Wings of Mercy on though. Let's see. For sure, we'll leave Gale Force on. What I should do is I need a Wings of Mercy unit. Like I typically can get through this pretty quickly with some Wings of Mercy units. So let's use. I don't know. Who's good in this? Kind of thinking about how I actually don't have that many Awakening units. I have like a very small handful. And again, Awakening's kind of whatever to me. Alright, this should work. Oh, the worst part is probably the limited attempts. Since I'm not gonna use her speed, I guess I'll put Panic Boy back on. It might come in handy. It would be nice if I had a better dancer than fucking Olivia, though.
Snack time, Minerva.
Alright, I'll give this another try.
Yes? Shall we? Minerva?
Of course.
Alright. My turn? Certainly.
Okay.
Quite so. Okay. Minerva?
Nice, I think. Okay, we're good. Man, that thing is all the way over there. But there's a dancer's bell this way if I can get to it.
Shall we? Sure. Minerva?
Alright, this isn't working. I forgot about the brick.
Of course.
Yes? Quite so. Shall we?
Alright, I'm over it.
Minerva? Alright. Shall we? My turn? Certainly.
Alright, I don't know. Should put it on someone. I could probably get Shersh to carry her way over pretty quickly, but I don't know. Okay, instead of Wendy, I can put in someone useful. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I don't know who though. Let's see. Okay. If I do this right, I can actually let Cecilia do it. Because with her escape route, she can probably run through some stuff pretty fast. So that'll be a plan, I guess. And then Klein doesn't seem to be doing much this time around. So I guess I'll put somebody with Smite in, assuming I actually have anyone. Okay, Roy has Shove, but he doesn't have Smite. Is max score really worth the headache? No, it's not. But I've already committed to it, even though I was planning on not committing to anything at all today, but now I'm already doing it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it anyway. I don't know why. Maybe I just like punishing myself for being bad. Or maybe I just like to torture. Who knows? Now all I need is a unit that actually has Smite. And I have nobody that has Smite for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Of course I have a Smite unit that's awakening. Pretend you didn't see me go through like 2 minutes of dialogue right here. Okay. Could I go units right? I really could, but I think I ran out of fodder.
Shall we? Okay. Your orders. Quite so.
When you think about the old one, Lava or Spellin, now it's only 2x4. It was never actually 0x4 anyway. That's just a meme that people,
What is your
well,
desire?
if you know the Fire Emblem community, they're pretty bad at letting jokes go. It then stopped being 0x4.
Yes?
Alright,
Shall we?
I got the strats now. God, 66 attack, by the way.
Sure. Yes.
Oh, right, I forgot. Naga's useless.
It will be done.
Alright, we got the plays, but
What
we
is
don't
your
have
desire?
the units. We don't have the good units.
Your orders. Your orders. Minerva. All right. Yes?
So, 54. 47. Yeah, I'm not gonna try it. Let's see, 45. Okay, we can take the hit from this knee now.
Yes. It will be done. Your orders. Okay. Yes? Quite so. Your orders. What is your desire?
Alright, this game is pretty awful.
Yes.
Let's see. How do I not double that?
Your orders. Shall we? It will be done.
God damn it.
Minerva? Yes? Quite so.
Wait, I have escape route. I can just do this. No, if I do that, the problem is Ino's just gonna move up and kill Naga.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Minerva?
Maybe if,
Your orders.
come on.
Quite so. Yes?
Get score for not letting
Minerva?
people die. Yeah. That's what makes this like even more annoying. Okay, all you gotta do is do 18 damage. You got 60 attack. Okay. I was gonna be very pissed if that still didn't work somehow. Alright, now I just gotta reach that green thing up there.
Shall we? Yes? All right. Yes. Your orders.
What do I get for this? It's an elixir.
Minerva?
Let's see. How the hell do I reach that? From all the way over here?
What is your desire? Quite so. It will be done. Yes. Shall we?
Alrighty, I'm over it.
What is your desire? It will be done.
Yeah, I'm way over it, dude.
Yes? Yes. Sure.
I have another turn on that.
Your orders. Minerva?
Have you done the whole forging
What is
bonds?
your
No, I
desire?
haven't. I haven't done anything. Not moving. Well, it's only Divine Dew this week, so I'm not gonna be too upset about it. So here's the thing. It's time to get into the title of the video, or the stream. I'll probably do it on my own time, but honestly, I don't care. I don't care anymore. I haven't even done this. I don't want to. So, let's talk, boys. What is our plans for the future of this channel? Well, put it simply, that is going all the way onto the back burner from now on. I'm just completely done with this game, dude. So, as for what content I'll be doing after this, well, we'll work out on that. Like, what I'll basically do is I'll be uploading some stuff here and there, and we'll see what sticks. But for the most part, and stuff, after tomorrow, I'm going to record the rest of my AR, both offense and defense, and after that, there is no guarantee that I will record any more Heroes content from that point onward. Everything I have from there will be produced and uploaded as I finish it. Once all of that is done, that's basically it, unless something really nice happens in fan that I feel like that's worth recording. But for the most part, I'm basically done. Like, I am tired of this game, and I'm tired of the people who play this game, and I can't just sit in the type of community that harbors those types of people, and I just cannot deal with them right now. And not that I don't even want to deal with those kind of people right now either. Like, it's a long story, but the short end is, like, I've been like on that, I'm about to quit for like a good minute now. So I am just want to stay as far away from the community as I can, save for like maybe 2-3 people, like, and that's just like fan, not even the greater Fire Emblem community. Like, fuck those people. Like, some of them are cool, but it's like, ooh, I can't trust anyone anymore, dude. Like, fuck. I stayed out of the whole thing about Chaz, even though he was like my friend, but it's like, I cannot in good faith associate with him anymore, and it's kind of unfortunate, because when you think about people who like try to spout bullshit about how much they've tried to atone for some of the bad shit they've done, but they don't really do anything, they just talk a lot of petty words and shit, and it's like, but I paid my dues for that, and it's like, no the fuck you didn't, nigga. And it was like, I would have believed it if Chaz had said that, because Chaz suddenly went out of his way to start dragging predators out of the community, and it was like, alright, you did some fucked up shit a year ago. I really, really wish you had settled it back then, because right now you wouldn't be in the situation you're in right now. And if you did, you could have just continued on that warpath of just like you and Goose just going left and right, like ousting predators out the community. And it's like, you had the clout and the power to do it, and you fucked up, and it kind of makes me feel bad, because you're such a big target that you couldn't just, you know, settle that shit. So now, because you're such a big target, all those smaller targets, all those people outside of the greater Fire Emblem community, those people who are just fan only, they get to walk off as if nothing happened. Despite the fact that they had like completely legitimate allegations come out to them, they've admitted to some of the fucked up shit they've done, and it's like, hey man, he admit to it, and it's like he still has a following and a fan base, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? That's actually legitimately exhausting, because the worst part is these people were my friends, dude. Like, and it's like the fact that they were like this, the fact that they are like this, and the fact that some of them are still like this is just, whew. If I can't change them, if I can't use what little social power I have to drag these people out in the open to make sure people are aware of their wrongdoings, and if those people don't want to actually legitimately learn from their wrongdoings, then my hands are tied, man. I can't do anything else. I'm just gonna walk off. I mean, I'm gonna say I did my due diligence. I say I'm gonna try. I did try, but it's not happening. If the community wants to welcome those types of people back as if nothing happened, then I want nothing to do with the community. I mean, there are a few people that I will definitely do a formal video about why I'm like bailing from the community, but you know. And then, you know, there's still good people here, but let's be honest. Sorry, Link King, but I'm not good people, so I can't fix your community. If you think I'm good people, I'm sorry. I had to let you down there. But look, there are other people that I would rather everyone support instead of like people who shall not be named. But maybe I'll just go ahead and do a video on it formally, because I know one thing that I'm really good at is shit posting. And maybe if I just shit post and joke about it a little more, maybe that'll get the attention, because, you know, there's nothing better than Out on the Predator by doing it in a funny way. That's how I cope, man. I can only cope through memes, jokes, and bullshit. I ain't cut out for this cancel culture shit. I'm not a serious enough person to do that kind of pull. And that's quite unfortunate. Like, because of my character and my demeanor, though my words don't ring as loud as somebody who has like the charisma of people like Goose and Chaz, like, it's not happening, dude. So I'm gonna have to do it another way, and after that, that'll be the last one, and then we'll see what happens. It's a shame if you don't agree. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people will not agree with what I've done, and I know a lot of people will not agree with what I'm about to do, but some things just gotta be done. And you know what? I'm gonna do it. I can't stop myself. Once I commit to something, that's it. But good night, man. So, you head out for the night. Are you also giving up streaming as a whole? Oh, no, not at all. I'm going back to what I did. Alright, so for those people who actually knew me back in the Elsword days, like, I didn't stream much Elsword. I usually streamed other stuff. Like, my plan was not to get pigeonholed into a single game, and I'm probably gonna stick to that. As far as streaming goes, I'm gonna try to stream more often. I keep saying that, but I mean it for real this time. It just won't be fair. Or it'll be very, 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 very little fair. But yeah, that's the plan. I plan on being like a general streamer for like certain games and junk. If you're in the Discord, you kind of have a grasp of what I might be planning on doing already as far as streaming goes, but as far as YouTube content goes, that also will change a little bit. I'm not dropping fair 100% altogether like right now immediately. It's going to be a slow burnout, right? And then there's going to be other stuff alongside of it. So once we go into that, basically I'm going to try to slowly push everybody into the new stuff, because I hope you guys will like that new stuff, right? It's not gonna be Fire Emblem related. I mean, I still have like all of my blind playthrough of Golden Deer from like a year ago. It's still sitting on my hard drive. I think I'm actually gonna upload that, and we'll see how that does as well. So yeah, that's the plan, or that's most of the plan. I've kind of already just given it up though, but I've mostly given up at this point. As far as Fed goes anyway. I don't want to give up on the community that I built though. I mean, sure, I don't expect everyone to take my side, and I don't expect everybody to continue onward after all of the fans dried up and gone, but for the rest of the time that we do have together, I hope you will enjoy it, because that's all that really matters, man. I ain't really chasing no bag. I ain't drag a friend into public for being a fucking pedophile for clout or some shit like that what he thinks. No, I did it because if you don't hold your friends accountable, are they really your friends? Or were they your friends? That ain't the play, man. Letting people be complacent to like awful shit is just not what you should be doing. I mean, I only did most of what I did mostly out of spite, but then I just kept going because like I started reading the things he's done to his old staff members, his moderators, his admins, and I was like, that's super fucked, dude. And I was like, and then some of those mods and admins, I consider them friends too at one point. Like when I saw that DM about like the first moderator, like the one where he just like basically tried to write off his own, it's so fucked up, dude. Like imagine telling somebody, is like, I would have, look, he really just said this shit, man. It's like, alright, man, if I would have kept being an admin for you, man, I would have just killed myself. And he's like, and then your boy, he just says, oh, well, I guess you could just say, oh, I was just feigning suicide and you can win the argument. It's like, the nigga, the fuck, you don't say shit like that. You don't say half of the shit you say in some of these DMs, dude. I mean, whatever you did with these girls is like, okay, a little weird, a little creepy. And then it's like, what's up with the whole trying to like give all this favoritism to your underage moderators because they're girls? And it's like, that shit's weird, dude. And then you top all of it off with the whole lolicon bullshit. And then you top it off even further by the fact that you're a 24-year-old ass man and you're out here fingering a 16-year-old girl. And it's like, I don't give a fuck if that shit's legal where you are. That shit is not cool. You deserve to get dragged for that shit, homie. I don't know. I'm going back to how I was before I actually entered this community, where it's like, I just follow Marky Joe and I like look at cool GBA hacks. I'm just going back to that again. So I'm not giving up on Fire Emblem completely, just the fan base, except for like a handful of people. So like, I'm probably gonna stick around and keep watching Marky Joe, and then I'll probably stick around and also watch Bizmix, because man, that's my nigga. Like, I watched that dude go from 0 to where he is now, and I couldn't be more happier for him, because he's a good dude. He makes good ass content. Like, that's how it was about Chaz too, but without all the things that happened with him, it's like, now I just kind of feel bad. But yeah, aside from Marky Joe and Bizmix, I'm not really following anybody else anymore. I'm gonna leave the community alone, let it fester, let it burn. I don't give a shit. Oh yeah, Mage Knight 404. Like, I used to run into some of his videos before I joined the community. I think I may or may not have ran into like an old Mangs video, but I didn't know the dude personally, and I didn't really watch his content, so like, you know, I'm not gonna miss it. I don't know. Maybe Lucky Crit's a good dude after all, but I don't know what to say about them. I don't interact with most of the big names personally. The only one I did interact with was, again, Chaz and Goose, and I barely talked to Goose for real, and that was only back a year ago. Like, okay, so funny thing about this. So a year ago, this is back when, before Anime North happened, I was browsing Twitter and 2 names stuck out because people were like, don't put these 2 people on the panel. You want to know who those 2 people are, right? It was your boy Mangs and your boy Nimius, but nobody really brought up the Nimius stuff. So a year ago, I actually started looking into like the allegations against Nimius because this was my friend. I'm streaming with this dude, and you know, I want to try to make sure like no sus shit is going on, right? So this is a year ago, like before Enemy North, and then like I didn't really look too much into Mangs other than someone gave me the thing where he was like hitting with the you know, the with the N-word and shit. It was like, oh, he's just doing that, and it's like, oh, whatever. So he's just kind of stupid for what he did then, and you know, it happened before I joined community, so I just wrote it off as nothing. So I actually tried to look into some of the Nimius stuff a year ago. I hit a dead end. I didn't get anything, so I just left it at that. And you know, I did confront him a little bit about it. I was like, I better not find anything fucking dirty about you, bro. Especially because like Nimius actually tried this little podcast shit. So one day I was on there with him and King Otox. Oh, by the way, Sages and Phoenix Master are fine. They're perfectly fine, but I don't really give a fuck about Fed, and that's all they do. So I'm not really gonna be following them. They're good people though, so if you like good Fed content, you know, follow them. But anyway, so yeah, Nims had this podcast, right, man? You know, and I actually kind of got into him and Otax about the lolly shit, and I was like, and that was my first warning that's like actually recorded. Was like, dude, I better not find anything about either of you two, or like we're fucking done. So that's what that initial tweet was. It was like I warned this dude. So it was like, when it became very apparent that he was just going to walk away with what he had done to that girl and nothing happened to it, I was like, well, this dude's done enough really fucked up shit to where I can probably at least still drag him down, because like he's did some shit to me, he's did some shit to his mom, and I was like, we'll go with that. But yeah, that was literally just a year ago, man. Kind of funny how a year changes people. And then some people like me, I don't change much. Sometimes I make threats, and then sometimes I actually make sure they happen, or try to make them happen. But yeah, today's stream is basically just gonna be me ranting for a few more minutes, and then Monday will be the first stream in a while where I've actually played a game that I actually give a fuck about. 2 games. But for now, I'm just going to keep on ranting about this whole situation because I do need to air it out, at least in my own thoughts right now, without like formally doing it. I just kind of want to roll all of this off, get this off of my mind, but it'll probably never leave my mind. Every time I look at certain things, I'm just going to be like, that shit's tainted now. Whole fucking thing is tainted, bro. And I'm just an outsider. I came into this community 2017 from a fucking phone game. An outsider. I'm leaving the greater Fire community as an outsider. In the end, there truly was nothing I could have done to fix any of this. I tried. I won't say I didn't try, but it's not in my hands to do anything. And it's unfortunate. You see this stuff, and sometimes you just look at it, you watch it burn. You ain't even got a bucket of water to throw on it, nothing. It's just it. But yeah, since I got y'all here, man, you want to see some real fun stuff? Nah, I don't want to go through that stuff because most of it's not censored, and I don't want to reveal any of the names of the victims. I'm just like still super fucking pissed about what like some of the stuff I read on like the what he said to like the moderation team. Like, oh my god, that stuff is so fucked, dude. Okay, I think I'll dig up one thing for you guys real quick. Because apparently I had saved this like way before I even started dragging him completely. I was just like saved it because I was like, it was like funny, like, right? You know, so a lot of times you'll catch your white friends saying slurs and shit, or they'll say N-word this or N-word that, and like you catch them on it, and it's like, but they're your friends, so you kind of make fun of them for it. You don't really use it as a source of dragging somebody until like you find out that they're not good people. And you know, I was completely content with like letting him slide. Like, I was gonna let him burn to the ground and let Chaz do all the work, but because of two things. One, because I told him in particular, I don't want to find anything out about you. And for two, because he tried to redirect any allegations he had against himself and against a bigger target, who unfortunately, if he had just settled everything a year ago, he wouldn't have been in this situation. And, you know, I was just pissed off because I was like, now I have to at least try to do something because this person was my friend. I couldn't just sit on the sidelines or pick a side, and I really don't understand why everybody in the greater FE community like just saw those allegations against Chaz and tried to write them off real fast. It was like, it just made everything look so much more suspicious. So I absolutely had to stay out of that because it's a mess. It's a damn mess, and there's nothing I can do about that. Nothing anyone can do about it at this point. This is my favorite image, by the way. When your boy says, oh, that was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. This is of November of last year. I want to remind you, it is currently July, so which is 7 months in. So, this is 9 months ago, by my boy. 9 goddamn months ago. This nigga really said this shit. But no, all this stuff, that's old screenshots. No. Nigga, shut the fuck up. I already told you about this shit. I warned you, man. Like I said, you cannot keep that kind of status quo as a partner Discord server. And here you go, saying this shit. 2019. I don't even remember where I dug this shit up, but there you go. So it's Three Houses' first anniversary. Any words for the game? Well, the game was alright. I just kind of wish they didn't split the resources into 4 routes that all make no sense. I don't know. I don't know what's up with Intelligent Systems not wanting to make a coherent storyline. I mean, if they did something like Sonic Adventure 2, where it's like, you start in different paths and you end up in like one path after you complete the other paths, then you know, that'd be some really funny, that'd be like some really good stuff. Or, you know, I don't believe in like Three Houses having something like a golden route though. Maybe something that's like coherent, like maybe certain things happen in every timeline where you can actually form like what is or what isn't canon. Like maybe Dimitri dies in every route, or Edelgard loses in every route, or Rhea turns into like her uncontrollable dragon form in every route or something. Like make some consistent things that happen in every route. Like if you look at part 1 for every route, like Your dad always dies. Kronya's always a piece of shit. You always go Super Saiyan. Edelgard always starts the war. Everything like part 1 is like super consistent and like it makes for really good storytelling, but otherwise it don't work. It don't work. Ooh, here's another fun image. But yeah, Three Houses as a game is actually quite fine. So, for the first anniversary of Three Houses, that will be one of the last things I do for the Fire Emblem community. I'm just gonna upload my blind Golden Deer playthrough, and we're gonna see how it goes out for people. I feel like Silver Snow and Verdant Wind should be the same route. And like what should happen is like the final boss of Silver Snow should happen after the final boss of Golden Deer. And if it does it like that, it actually makes sense because they're basically the same route all the way through. And that's pretty much all you have to do is just combine those two routes because you're basically working with Rhea and Claude when you take either of those sides. So it makes sense. Here's a fun little image for Nemesis. I thought it was a joke. I really did think it was all jokes. I have not confronted Otox about any of this, and I'm gonna leave him be. If something comes out about him, then I will actually turn around and drag him. I will help drag him too, but for now he's still clean, so yeah. I suppose if you interpret each route as like alternate timelines, it's cool, but the fact that they don't really do anything with the fact that there are alternate timelines is kind of underused. Like, if you remember, like, the Crest of Flames, or whatever the Fire Emblem for Fodlan is, was supposed to be like a time-stopping, time-rewinding kind of shit, and I was like, so having both Edelgard and Byleth have the Crest of Flames would be actually kind of sick, because then you can have like time travel shenanigans going on about, which, I mean, I get that's actually decently hard to write with, and I don't trust intelligent systems with that type of writing in the first place, but it would have been really cool to see them try. I dropped Namius after he wasn't free to play anymore. Nothing else about him interesting enough to keep watching. Sometimes I kind of feel like I may have had a part in that, and I don't know if that's just the narcissism talking, but when you come to a point where, okay, see, you've been one of those people, let's say you prided yourself on free-to-play this whole time, right? And then suddenly you start doing the things that I started doing, like, he got the Fed Pass, alright, fine, we can let that slide, sure, but then you get to the point where you do stuff like negative orbs. Like, I feel like most people would not have started doing negative orbs if somebody with a following didn't start doing it. And for example, that would be me, right? Like, nobody really understood what negative orbs how negative orbs work until somebody with a following actually started doing negative orbs, right? So I was in that stream the first time he like physically bought orbs and then refunded them, and I was like, wow. I was like, that almost feels like that was technically my fault in some way, because I was like, dude, man, it's only 5 orbs. And then he actually fucking did it. And yeah. It's honestly a very cathartic experience for somebody who watched somebody be a free-to-play player and watched them no longer be a free-to-play player. Not only that, but they also start doing like what the creator community would accuse me of as being dirty tactics, or calling me a scumbag because I would refund orbs, and it's like, you don't really get why I did that in the first place anyway. Like, alright, let me put it into perspective. So imagine being not even a whale, right? Just being a heavy spender. Imagine one of your favorite characters shows up, and for my case, this was a Nat. So I spend enough for 700 orbs, and then you ended up not getting a single copy. And you know, either you lie down and take it, or you have my mentality where it's like, if things go wrong, you don't let them stay wrong, right? And that's how I feel about that. So instead of just letting that stay that way, I decided, no, fuck it. I need my money back. And that's where that trend started happening. So that's where you started seeing me have like the negative orbs and shit, because like I wasn't satisfied with my purchases. And I say that as a person who people would consider a whale. So that's me. People know I spend money on the game, or I spent money on the game. But then you get to somebody who, not like Acris, like people like Acris, people like Phoenix Master, they used to spend money on the game, but they found a better experience by staying free to play and challenging themselves to be better as a free to play player. And those people are better players in this game than me by a notable margin because of it. But for me, I like the creativity of like not having my team building me behind a paywall. But then you get people like someone who prides themselves on free to play from the start all the way up until the end. And you know, people start leaving because what you prided yourself on, what you built your fan base on, ends up no longer being the case. And that's what happened to this guy. And it was like, that's kind of fucked up, dude. It was like, if you look at, like, let's say I started building teams and then, you know, I try to pride myself off of not using certain units. Like, people would be disappointed in me if I were to, like, just suddenly start using Legendary Azura on defense teams again. And yeah, dude, you put it into perspective, and it's like, you kind of wonder, you kind of get why he would like start lashing out at people. But apparently he's been doing that since like December and November. That's where another wave of his like staff left, and it's like, that happened before in 2018. It happened again a few months ago at the end of 2019. And you know, that's just how he is, man. So he just keeps chasing people away, and then when you have like an entire hate base based off of some of your actions, you know, you have nobody to blame but yourself. You can try to blame everyone else, you can try to blame your detractors. No, you brought it upon yourself, dude. I don't understand how somebody who prides themselves on free to play can be like the type of, could be a meta slave, right? It makes no sense to me. But yeah, man. What is meta but a bunch of arbitrary fuckery people put people with the following push on others? It don't mean shit. Just because you have a following, you say X is meta, it doesn't fucking matter, bro. There's no meta. The meta was always build whatever you like, and it'll always stay that way. Doesn't matter if I'm not playing anymore, and it doesn't matter if someone else comes in and does what I do. At the end of the day, it's always going to be about going against the grain, doing whatever you want. Because for all it's worth, it's still a single player game, dude. There is no meta. It's whatever you want and whatever you can actually put on things and making it work. And that's how I will always feel about that. Because that's how I came into this game, and that's how I'm going to go out in this game, bro. You don't buy a meta. Like I'm never gonna be one of those people like this is meta, this is what you need to do, because I believe in people thinking up of things for themselves and being able to be inspired by just seeing somebody is like underused or underappreciated, being able to win in all content, because that's what makes the game great, or at least that's what makes the game great in concept, is, you know, being able to use what you like and not someone being like, oh, just use XYZ, they do that better. And it's like, I don't want to use XYZ, I want to use this unit, and I don't need you to talk down to anyone that wants to use that unit, and I don't need to be talked down to because I want to try to do something different. And I'm always going to be like that because, you know, I was that person too, where it's like, hey, check out this cool thing I did, and the only thing I got from people who were like slaves to the meta was like, you know, oh, why are you even building that, or why are you even doing that? It was like, a lot of times, most of what I've done in these past 3 years was like getting good out of spite, because of I just wanted to prove people wrong. And it was like, yeah, I proved them wrong, but was it fun? I mean, it was a little bit. But, you know, sure, I'll make fun of somebody for having a shit waifu. Like, I mean, you might like Selena. I think she's garbage as a character, but if you like her, you like her, man. And that's all I can say about it. I was like, don't let me judge you on that shit. Like, and honestly, I just poke fun about that stuff. I don't really mean that shit seriously. It's like, if I say your waifu's trash or your build's trash, I'm honestly just fucking with you. Or if your ship is trash, it's like, I'll poke fun all day. It's like, but some people are just some really nasty niggas about like some of the most petty stuff, bro. You ever, like, dude, you ever go on Twitter and just talk and just random is like, oh, Icon Soren is actually kind of a garbage ship, and he's actually better off with Randolph or someone else. And you just get DMs of people hitting you with slurs and shit, and it's like, like, for me, I actually think that's funny, but I think for other people to be talked down to like that, that's gotta be kind of awful, and that's how a lot of the community is. It's pretty funny. But yeah. I mean, there's toxic, and then there's just, I don't know. I like and then when I look at stuff like this, I look at where I am now, and then I remember back in the Elsewhere days, I asked myself, there was this dude named Alulu who used to kind of do the same content I did, but everybody hated him, but they liked me, and I never knew why. And now I think I kind of get why. So when it came to Alulu, he had a very toxic attitude like I did, but he directed it at everyone, right? But when I was being a toxic player, it was only because I was being toxic to toxic players themselves. Like, I would make fun of people who would just be like, they would lose a game and then hit you with the N-word, and it was like, and like, I just made fun of those people. Like, I just made fun of real nasty people and real awful people. If people who were genuinely nice, like, I didn't like mess with them. Like, I was nice to them. Like, I tried to be like nice to people who are nice to me, and that's how it is. And when it comes to that, it starts to make sense why people hated Lulu but liked me. So yeah. Upon, like, honestly realizing that made me a better person. Nightheart, thanks for joining us with your nice little follow there. But yeah, upon realizing that, I realized that a lot of times when I'm toxic, I'm only toxic to other people who are already toxic themselves. Alulu seems to be doing MMDs and junk like that now. But yeah, it really does put a lot of things in perspective. I feel like a lot of times I try to do my best, like as my following was going up, you know, I made an effort to not punch down. Like, you know, if somebody's being a piece of shit, then yeah, I'm gonna fuck with them. But I try to make sure the people that I fuck with, like, who have followings, are people who are bigger than me or are on the same level as me. So it's like, I don't want it to be like, you know, I don't want to look like a complete bully. I want to look like someone that's like just kind of an asshole. Elsewhere, a mobile game? Nah, Elsewhere was a PC game. It was like a really shitty Korean MMO game. It had its moments where it was like really good, but most of the time it was just straight hot garbage, my boy. Have you heard of Kainam? I think I follow Kainam because, like, if I remember correctly, I think it was like I think she's one of those Korean Fire Emblem peoples. Like, she translates stuff from Korean and junk. Yeah, I follow her on Twitter, dude. And a lot of people who block her or she blocks is because she doesn't really care for that dynamic. Honestly, I feel like she goes a little bit too far with her debate on it, because at the end of the day, it's mostly kind of like the, you know, fiction is a good way to play out that story in like a somewhat healthy way. But I get why people would find like those sort of dynamics creepy, in the same way that you would find Himius' situation creepy as fuck. It's a thing with power dynamics, dude. Like, you just gotta face it that like some people aren't comfortable with that stuff. Doesn't matter if Kawakami is best girl in Persona 5, dude. Like, you only get the dare because you, Joker, is a student, and it's like super weird when you actually think about it in real life terms. But if you detach yourself from reality, then it's a pretty great and wholesome ship when you think about it. Outside of that. But, you know, that's all semantics, and that's the thing of people who thinking, oh, fiction is reality or fiction affects reality. It's like, no, I don't believe in that. I believe that fiction can alter an individual person's perception of reality, but I don't think fiction itself can affect reality. Did the right thing despite the execution. Well, I was like, I'll be honest, I wasn't planning on dragging anything out. I was like, go straight for the throat, cut him off immediately, do nothing but go straight toward the end. And it was like, and that was all I could do, because before that original tweet longer, that was only my personal experience. I had nobody backing me because I had no contacts with victims. I had no contacts with old moderators, except for maybe a few. So I threw up my personal story first because that was all I could tell. Once people realized that somebody with a following was going after this dude, you know, that empowered at least more people to come to me and speak out about the things that have happened. And it was like, it wasn't the best method for me to go about it, but that was the way. But how I did that was the only way that I could like actually get a word out for like other people, instead of just voicing my own voice. I managed to be able to voice everyone else's on a platform that these people who had no platform, now they do through me. And you know, after that, it stopped being personal and it started being like for other people. Like, it started out as a personal spite and then it ended as something else. And yeah, I mean, I probably did a little extra dirty tactics about it. A few extra dirty tactics toward doing that. You know, like trying to ping Twitch and Discord, of like trying to take away his partnership, because like if you think about it, nothing has happened to him, So your goal, so the goal would be to basically, he has to lose something. Like, he has to be held accountable in one way or another. If that's just losing partnerships, then, you know, we've done something at least. Even if, you know, your boy isn't getting any jail time, he's at least losing something for the things that he's done. And he can pretend all he wants, like he's saying, no, that was years ago, you know, I already did what I needed to do for that. And it was like, you didn't actually do anything. You just silenced your victims and buried the hatchet with them, and then you tried to move on. But it doesn't stop that. But it doesn't stop that you are never truly held accountable for the actions that you had actually done. And because of that, you have to get dragged. Or at least we're gonna have to try to drag you, because that's all you can do, man. But yeah, I'm not saying everything I did was correct. But you know, we did what we did. We tried. We tried to bring some random dude on the internet to some sort of justice. If it's just my own brand of justice, it is still justice nonetheless. I feel like in the end I did do the right thing, but I feel like if I had a little more power, clout, whatever, I could have done a little better. But it is what it is. So, what will I be doing next? Well, I don't know. Well, I don't completely know. I'm just gonna wander around aimlessly like I did when I quit it, when I had originally quit Elsword. And then we're just gonna see what happens. Anyone that sticks around with me, it's gonna be a very interesting adventure. And for people who have been around with me since the Elsword days, I know you guys will stick around as long as I'm doing the good stuff, bringing you some good content. Doesn't matter if the game is Fire Emblem or not. If the stuff is good, people will come, and that's what I believe in. I've gotten better about being, I've gotten better about my toxicity. I try to make sure that my wrath, my anger, my whatever, is always directed toward the right people. I'm gonna continue on that. I don't know where along the line I fixed my moral compass, but it's functional, it's repaired, and I decided that I'm gonna follow it for real this time. Well, I'm gonna let you all go for today. If this is the last time I see you, it's been fun. But if you're ready to join me on my next journey, give me a follow, give me a sub, the usual. I will see you tomorrow, and we'll go on our new journey, our new adventure, as we slowly drive away all of the fast stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys another time, hopefully.